G'day, mate, and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included with me, Jetty. And first off, let's talk about last episode. Before we get into the long list of things I need to get through this episode, last episode we had a printing pod go off, but we'll come back to the printing pod. We went and got a second grooming station up and running, also doing stone hatches. The other thing that we did, which was the major achievement for the last episode, printing pod really wants my attention, obviously. The other thing we managed to do is we managed to get automated oxygen. So we now have plenty of oxygen coming out of this cool slash geyser. Alright, printing pod, you've made your point. That's a no-brainer. Tidying, suit wearing, and electrical engineering, all from one duplicate. We're going to welcome Andrew Skier to the colony. Thank you so much for being a Patreon supporter. Thank you so much for smashing the like button with your face. Okay, so with that out of the way, Andrew might also remind you to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Okay, so with that out of the way, we managed to get oxygen up and running. We have this cool slash geyser, which is going to go dormant in 3 cycles. We're converting our salt water into, clean water, polluted water, salt water, or brine into clean water, which we're then running up here and converting into oxygen, which is giving us nice, reasonably cool oxygen, which we're then running through this water and actually heating up, unfortunately. Unfortunately, we're taking heat into the base. Is there a better way of doing that? I guess we could do that. And use the snipping tool and cut that off, and cut that off, and cut that off. Nope. Cut that off, and just run that into there. And cut that off, and cut that off, and it's running both directions. No, that's still running the correct way. Okay, and cut that, that, and that. And run that into there? Sure. Okay, at least then we're not heating up the base. Okay, we managed to get automated oxygen up and running. They were our 2 big achievements last episode. Oh, we also gave them a lovely recreational room, which Andrew is promptly coming down here, who doesn't have any skills. Strength. You're going to have to get to exosuit training. So we're going to give you carry first, with a carry hat. We're going to set up your priorities to do clean, clean, and clean. And we're going to leave you like that. Okay. So we managed to get automated oxygen up and running. We also went up to the power grid. We now produce a full 2 megawatts onto the main base's power grid. So hopefully, oh god, hopefully we don't blow any wires. But we've been putting a lot of things off till later, and today's the episode where I want to get through some of the later stuff. So the first thing I want to do is we're gonna pop down 2 doors. We're going to move this whole bedroom from here to here, and a bed in there. And actually, did I notice that power wire is that long? Doesn't have to be that long. Okay, and that got broken like 5 episodes ago. Okay, first thing I want to do is move the bedrooms around. Second thing I want to do is we're going to actually remove these beds because I want to up our bathrooms. I want to double up our bathroom size. We have a lot of duplicates. We have 18 of them now running around the base, which means there's a lot of pee. Like a lot of pee. And more went on the right side of the door. Somebody come shut the door. Quick. Now. No. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, there's a lot of pee. So I definitely want to make sure that we sort out any future P problems we might have. They both have a decor bonus of 10%, so we're just going to use whichever copper or gold. Come on. Come on, Lynch. There you go. Alright, so we are going to definitely solve the P problems in advance. The other thing we're going to do is I've been ignoring these liquid reservoirs for a very, very long time. So we need to fix that up by putting in some hydroponic tiles there, there, and there. And 2 doors there and there. And we'll floor that in as well. Because I want to make sure that we, you know, get rid of our polluted water before it all backs up and we have serious problems. Speaking of our water, we're also going to swap over all our pipes to insulated pipes. Now, the reason we're going to do that is the water is currently 31 through to 26 degrees. But it's actually dumping heat into our base. The reason it does that is water sieve. Water sieve outputs 5 kilograms of water, which will be the combined threshold of the input materials. So it takes in our water, which is, in theory, 32 degrees, and then also combines it with the temperature of our sand, which happens to be 25 degrees, and we get the average of the two. So like 27 degrees. The catch is, when you use a sink, the water at 29 degrees comes straight back out into the pipe. When you use a toilet, the water at 31 degrees, doesn't matter what it actually is, it's the water comes out, but polluted water actually comes out at 37 degrees from a toilet. The reason it comes out higher is it has the 5 kilograms worth of clean water that went in, plus an extra 6.7 kilograms worth of duplicate waste, which is a little bit hotter. So I also want to swap these pipes over to insulated pipes. So we're going to just double check really quickly. Sandstone, igneous, granite, sedimentary, and obsidian. We're going to look at these properties. We want the one with the lowest thermal conductivity, which is either sedimentary or igneous. So, pretty sure... So, igneous has slow heating. That's one of its properties. So, we're going to bring that all the way through there. We're going to remove those so duplicates don't accidentally build it. We're going to take this pipe. We're going to upgrade that whole pipe. And this is a perfect example. The polluted water in there is 28 degrees because it came from a sink. If it comes from a toilet, it's a little bit warmer. Upgrade that, upgrade that, upgrade that, upgrade that. That one, that one, that one. We also need to build these pipes. I'm going to insulate a whole lot. We need to bring the clean water from there to there. We need to bring the polluted water up to there. We need to definitely put a tile in there before you guys destroy the base on me. Put in a bridge from there to there. Okay. So that's got all the piping done. We still need to change that pipe over and technically put a pipe in there and put a pipe in there. Cool. And hopefully get the mob on that side of the door. That'd be really great. Now, yes, I know half my toilets are facing to the left and half are facing to the right. That's perfectly intentional. It's perfectly intentional to drive you nuts. Now, we are going to have some very, very clean duplicates over here. These ones that come in here will definitely have to be cleaned before they leave the bed in the morning. They'll definitely have to, you know, wash their hands, but, you know, we'll take it. Any of that? That's 28 degrees. It's all sink water. Somebody use a toilet. Prove me right. Or ignore me. Okay. Build that in there. We're going to dig that out. Or move more. Okay, so that's step number one. Step number one is that. Step number two is I want to surround 24 tiles. Yep, surround this because what I want to do is I want to build one of them plus one of them. Plus, we want food, we want stations. Stations. We want a shearing station, because we're going to start this episode dealing with getting some reed fiber. And one of the best sources of reed fiber is, well, Dracos. Draco. So we need to get a Draco farm, which is going to go right here. Unfortunately, it's completely broken this hatch farm entirely because like there's gaps missing and it's all one giant room. And Smirk is he's not built in yet, but give it time. Okay, we need to change you to do Thimbleweed, please. Plant. And once those tiles are done, that can also be Thimbleweed. We can open that door and open that door. And dig out that person's bed. Okay, so that's the second thing I want to get done. I do want to get a Draco farm. Draco and Dreklet. Which is also going to need to get filled with hydrogen. And the way we're going to do that is with a touch of automation. We're going to put in... Nope, we're going to go to research, and we're going to go research... gas element centers. We're just going to research everything down there, because why not? Oh, you need to be plugged into a power point. There you go. Alright, eventually they'll get this finished off. Okay, so that's another thing I want to do. The next thing I want to do is I want to look at the very next room above. We want to put in a door there, and a door there, and a door there. We want to grab our granite tiles. I'm just going to build that up to there now. Explain that a little bit. We want to also put in... Where is one? Conveyor chute. Right about there. With a conveyor loader right about here, and conveyor rails from A to B. Okay, so what I want to do is over here I would like to put an automatic dispenser. Okay, I want to get my hands on some poke shells. Poke shells are very, very, very handy at dealing with one thing. In fact, if we bring up the database and we type in poke shells. They eat polluted dirt, and they give us polluted dirt and rock pile, and they give us sand, which is good because I have this storage container that's currently full of polluted dirt and rotten meal ice, and I'd like to get rid of it. So what we want to do is we want to dig out all of that plus all of that plus those two tiles and build a floor in there. And in here, I want to have poke shells, okay? I also want to put in a ladder. What'd I break? Okay, I pressed that button. We want to put ladders across there. I'm going to want a ship vine. I want to put an auto sweeper there, I think. Yeah, it's going to have to be there. Because I want it to be able to access this deodorizer, and this storage bin. Also want... Oh, auto. Let's even go as far as priority now. Skier, what are you doing? Shut the door. Shut the door. Who's there? Oh, God. Duplicates. Auto. Now. Lions, go, 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 go. Excellent! One mob stuck on that side of the door. Just what we want. Okay, so we are going to plant Thimbleweed. Thimbleweed solves that problem. This problem is slowly getting sorted, except I am missing power cables. There to there to there. Which means they have to get turned into real tiles. Okay, so we're going to put poke shells in here. But I also need to sweep out this room, because when we're done, I'm never letting a dupe back into this room, because poke shells get really grumpy really good. We're out of copper. 50. Done. Just make some more refined copper. In fact, actually no, I've got a whole bunch of gold. Just go with gold instead. Cool. Alright, so that solves that problem. Alright. I also... You're done, you're done. We need automation. A gas element sensor in here. Automation wire up. To there with a not gate in it. Okay, so this is going to be, let's grab some meal lice and not press that button. Copy that to there. What we're going to do is we're going to put in a whole bunch of meal lice in here. So when we get our Dracos in here, our Dracos can eat meal lice and hopefully give us glossy Dracos. I'd like glossy Dracos. Glossy Dracos give us plastic. Plastic is very, 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 very handy. It doesn't give us a lot of plastic, but it gives us some plastic. And some plastic is better than no plastic. So I want to set you to do pinch row before I forget. Okay. Yeah, you might give us a loop. Loop-de-doop-de-doop. Yeah, it's a later problem. Okay, so to get glossy Dracos, oh, get Dracos outright. Dracos, for them to grow their scale, they need to hang around hydrogen, which means I need to fill this room with hydrogen. So what we're going to do is we're going to have this sensor, which is set for hydrogen, send out a green signal. Automation. It's going to send out a green signal when it finds hydrogen. Okay, the NOT sensor is going to change that to a red signal, which will turn off the vent. Which means I just need to find hydrogen. Conveniently, I have this pipe here that normally has some hydrogen on it. So we're going to bring a pipe down across to there with ventilation, a bridge to go over that pipe, and a bridge onto that pipe. At the same time, I have a bunch of hydrogen up here, so also going to put in gas pump right there. Plug A into B, plug C into D, and that should fill up this little area full of hydrogen. Eventually. It'll take some time, but that's fine. We're not in a super rush. Okay, so that's project 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 done. Next project. Next project is I need to get research. Pick that because we're looking at it. I need to get material science up and running. Material science is going to be our next big thing we need to tackle. And I'm thinking down here. Down here looks like a great spot to do it, which means we need to look at like the, well, actually no, our next target, sorry, I get completely sidetracked, is going to be an evolution chamber. I need some way to convince the hatches and the many hatches and the many eggs we have to level up into their media form. To do that, we're going to make sure that they come down here on a conveyor belt, because that way duplicates don't have to move them around. And we're going to fill up this area with water and put a door over the top so they can't get out. And that way they'll level up all by themselves. You know, saves us all the hassle. It does mean that I do need to have a separate area to have some spare ones for, you know, continuing on their race. So what we're going to do is we're going to put down a couple of incubators down here. Not really in the, like, it's close enough. I'd prefer it if it was closer, but it's close enough, and close enough will work for right now. So we need a bolt emptier, which will, you know, give us a fluid to keep our eggs in. Yes. Okay, the other thing I want to do is I think we might turn this into another hatchery. Because why not? Insulated tiles? Yeah, we'll insulate it. We'll use normal tiles in that gap. That's all sand. In that gap, we will dig out that whole section. If I put you there... Well, let's probably not put the door there just yet. One of those there. One of those there. And a tile in that corner. Sure. Okay. So I did say I did need to do something about material science and get my hands on a Draco. So we're going to obviously knock that out there. I'm going to put some ladders in there and some ladders in there. And this is going to eventually be where we keep our material science. It's also going to give us a chance to grab said Draco, just set him up for Wrangle right now, and he can get thrown into the ranch that we now have set up for it, which also is going to need a harvest plants, disable all those. I do not want to harvest them. We're going to have to fertilize them and do all that sort of stuff, but, well, give them dirt, but I definitely do not want to, go away. Yeah, I'm just going to let whatever's left in that pipe pump out, I think. No, let's do that at the same time. And also power lines. Get rid of that whole power line, please. And you know what? If we set a nice high priority on that one. Or that'll do. Physically get rid of the pump. Cool, that solves all that problem. Alright, so will eventually fill up with hydrogen. Okay, so we're going to dig this out. We're going to find our Draco eventually, after the dupes get to it. The other thing we need to do is we need to look at the amount of rubbish we have laying around. We have rubbish everywhere. The duplicates really need a spot to clean up. Now, I was looking at this. This is being the edge of the base, hence why I've already put down a whole lot of insulated tiles right here. I'm figuring this seems like a very, very good spot to go up and down from now to, like, forever. So we're going to start off with a quick ladder here to here-ish. We're also going to put in our fire pole, which is decor -5. There to there. Okay, and I was looking at some basic things. So we have, this here would be 4 tiles up. This here would be 4 tiles up. This here would be 4 tiles up. So I was looking at setting up some infinite storage. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to ask a duplicate to come over here and remove these. We're going to put in an extra couple of tiles. We're then going to put in a manual airlock here and here when they get to it. We're then going to put in a tile there and there. Now, before I get too carried away, we're going to put in plumbing, a bottle emptier here and here. Because I actually want to fill this area with water. What I want to do is I want to have an infinite storage that's also submerged, so if we put anything in there that off-gasses, obviously it won't off-gas because it's submerged. But that means we need to have, like, that part built right now. So, dupes can get on with that. That's all running. No, that needs to be swept out still. That looks to be good. This is built. We want to set you liquid, liquid water. 49, auto bottle, go. We need to fill this area up with water. Now, we also have a choice of a new duplicate, which is cooking, which we don't need. Researching and doctoring. They can do good quality art. Not that we really care about art. And we have supplying and doctoring. Sure, we're going to take on supplying and doctoring. And this is going to be a Des Duvels. At least that's how I'm going to pronounce it, which is probably wrong. So, thank you for being a Patreon supporter. Des, welcome to the colony. We're going to give you the honourable skill of cleaning the hell up. Is there anybody else? Panic. I also need to get everybody towards exosuit training. Because we're going to be getting exosuits real fast. Fry guy, you're never going to leave the base. So you don't need it. You can have critter ranching because you shouldn't leave the base. Navy needs to max out his digging and his building. Possumus, who is going to get rocketry to get that exosuit, and Saran is going to get demolition. Priorities, Des, you're going to do cleaning, cleaning, and cleaning. Welcome to the colony. It's all about making sure that you put your hat on. Okay, ignore me. You're up to 800 kilos. So I need, what, 1, 2, 3? 3 more deliveries. And over here, I want to basically have over 1,000 kilograms. Just so I don't have to worry about it. It should be more than enough. Alright, as we were saying, let's plan on this. So I want to have an automatic dispenser here. which then means a tile right there, which I can't build, obviously, but I can build a tile there. So that's going to be our next place for our automatic dispensers, which are going to face this way and eventually that way. You can't actually build that. That is over 1,000 kilograms. Off and off. Yeah. Open and open because I let it flood. Deconstruct and deconstruct. We're going to put one there, one, come on, there. We're going to put a dispenser there, there, and there. Alright, you are down to 1,000 kilograms neat. Great. We want to set those back to auto. And then we're going to deny duplicates access. That's the important thing. It's got slightly too much water. Okay, fine. We'll open them back up. And then we're just going to run a mop. Not on floor. I know it's not on floor. Please. It's 13 grams. Please. Be able to mop that. Maybe I need to remove the doors. Alright, these guys. These guys, we're going to have two different operations, okay? The ones on the right and the ones on the left. Ones on the left are going to be sweep only, okay? So they're going to be sweep only, all copy settings, done. Very, very simple, okay? If I want stuff out of there in a hurry, they can go on the left-hand side. The right-hand side. Also, hang on, priority 1. The right-hand side. Okay, we want to store fertilizer and phosphate. We want to be able to store bleachstone, oxalate. Now they can sweep it. Deconstruct, deconstruct. Okay. And yeah, you can see we've started a loop. The duplicates are trying to put stuff into these two machines, and of course it's just dropping straight back down, so picking back up and putting it straight back in. Yeah, awesome duplicates. We want to have clay and dirt. We want to have sand has a place to go. We want to put in none of those actually. Metal or potentially those. We want to put in abyssite, sulfur, not table salt, so abyssite and sulfur. We also want, we already have a place for polluted dirt, rot pile, slime to go, and eggshells. So we just want algae. Raw materials, we're going to put in all of these. Refined metals, I'm going to set the priority to 2. And the idea is 4. 4. Priority 4. The idea is that if I have a storage box out there that's at priority 5, so it has somewhere for these things to go, like this storage bin that's doing sand, it can get moved here instead. If it doesn't, then it will eventually end up in one of these two, okay? So after these doors have been rebuilt again, and then we set them to exit only, we should be good. We get to mop that up again. Also means I can come in here and I can say, finally, sweep all that. You are going to be filtration medium sand at priority 1. And any sand can go straight in there. And the idea, again, this is priority 1. So in theory, it will eventually fill up from our poke shell that we're going to drop in here. But at the same time, if the sand needs to go anywhere, because this is a priority, go there. Because this is a priority 1, it means it should be able to go to a storage bin at priority 5. Duplicates should move things from one to the other. We found more polluted dirt, did we? Awesome. Okay. All that plumbing definitely got done. Yeah, that's all changed in color. And the reed fibers are getting harvested. Awesome. That door is locked. That door is now locked. This... No. Wow. Am I forgotten about... Yes. Yes, I may have forgotten about this. So we're going to deconstruct that real quick. We're going to put a door right across here. We're going to grab some incubators and put them across there. This will maintain our population. Nope. Cancel the first one. I need to put a door here with a food critter drop off right there. Alright, so we have that set up, which means I can now come in here and I can connect that to that network and remove the critter chute. And let's plug you in. Let's copy that from there to there. So you are the first Draco farm at priority 7. You're the second Draco farm at priority 6. You're going to be the third at priority 5. You are storing igneous rock. You have... the hatches can't eat anything in that box. And that box has granite, mealwood seeds, sandstone, and sand. They can eat things in that box. So, yeah, we'll just leave the other one as is for the moment. I'm going to drop that in there, plug that into there, copy that setting into there as well. You are set to 8 of just stone hatches, which also means we need to remove some situations. Yeah. That's a hatchling. That's a hatch. That's a hatch. That's a hatch trying to run away. Yeah! That's a hatchling. Oh no, cancel attack. That's a hatchling. Yeah. Yeah, can we prone in on this, please? And actually, each one of these should also be set up for edible meat. Copy, paste, paste, paste. This one eventually, when it's built. Come on! Okay, and whilst we're at it, we'll put... I want you... that tile. Unfortunately, we can't reach... We don't need that anymore, do we? No. Okay, there we go. Copy, paste. Alright, so that's going to ship off all the coal, all the meat, all the eggs, well, everything it can reach at least. They all look to be hatchlings. Stone hatchlings, rather. And the duplicates are currently sweeping up and filling up storage containers left, right, and center. We should be able to plug you in. And therefore, this auto sweeper should be able to take any meat that it finds down here and put it straight in the barbecue, saving Fry Guy a little bit of time, and then he can just cook faster. You are storing muckroot, fried mushroom, picture pepper nut. Okay, let's just take... We're not going to have any cooked ingredients. We're going to have barbecue, cooked fish, fried mushroom. The muckroot can stay. Roasted grapefruit, and that's it. Everything else can go on the ground. You are just a whole bunch of meal ice that's going to go off. Sure. Okay, so this is going to fill up with, well, a lot of coal from the looks of it. Get 3 tons of counting. Can I just turn off coal for just a second? Thanks. And then you should get rid of all the eggs, which is really what I'm looking for. Yep. Get them all moved out before they hatch. I want to put that there and that there, basically. That's a lot of eggs. That is a lot of eggs. It's still a lot of eggs. Okay. Now we can put a door there. And I can set you back to consumable ore, so you can take all the coal and throw it down there as well. And... oh... we don't have anywhere for meat anymore. Okay, so we're going to bring in raw ingredients. We're going to bring in meat. We're going to bring in pacu fillet and spindly grub fruit. Yes, high priority. And the auto sweeper can't quite reach that. Okay, change of plans. We're going to put that there, and we're going to put that there. And you just get turned off. And I'm going to have to put a second auto sweeper due to bad kitchen planning and management. Actually, can we put you there? The other thing I want to do is, which is something we should have done a long time ago, duplicate motion sensor. Right, there, yeah, and automation wire from there to there, and ceiling lights. I need one there. I need one. Well, there it seems. With a motion sensor there, and automation from there to there. What else do duplicates spend a lot of time standing at? They spend a lot of time standing at this machine. Can we get a motion sensor there and a ceiling light there as well? Because every single time duplicates are standing in a well-lit area, they get a 15% bonus to the speed at which they get there. Job's done. And I'm going to take a speed bonus if I can get a speed bonus. Okay, so we need to wrangle all the guys stuck in the door and everybody on this side of the wall and throw them back into this this side of the stable. Alright, so that's that done, that's that done. We have a Dreco who is happy. This is done, so we can set this up for poke shell. And also wrangle poke shell into hole. This is going to be set for organic, polluted dirt, and rock pile. Priority 9, because that's a priority 8. At the same time, oh no, we need to let the dupes in first. We're going to set that to a priority 1. Yes, I need to get the critter moved first. After he's moved across, then we can swap it over. Yes, and how big is that room? 61 tiles. We're keeping him wild. He doesn't care if, at least, they didn't used to care if they got cranked. That's probably more accurate. You're still crunching out copper and all sorts of things. What do we have? Oh, we're out of copper. Well, conveniently, you're about to do a whole lot of crunching. Okay, so Fry Guy has a lit workspace, so he operates 15% faster, which is one of the lovely bonuses we were hoping to get. Should probably put them above the hatcheries as well. Bad planning and bad planning means... No, actually, hang on. Let's grab a motion sensor. Build that. If I face you that way, and again above one of these, and maybe not in that one. One there. No, I don't want them to have false positives from outside. Okay, so we put the motion sensor there, put in the lights, there, and there, and then automation wire. Nope, that's not automation wire. Formation wire out of gold. Those two, those two, those two, and those two, and those two. Inductive wire out of gold from there to there. Right, that's the only one I can't do because this whole one is built backward. It's built ass backward. It's fine. Alright, so duplicates can now sweep infinite amounts of crap into this storage container. Okay, like everything. Everything can go in there over time. On top of that, we can actually tell them to sweep just about anything and they'll get rid of it. We should... poke shell. Right. Already know. Already know. We should... No, they are literally sweeping the whole map. Okay, guys, if you guys are going to sweep the whole map, build some ladders. In fact, deconstruct those as well. So we can just wall off this whole side with insulated tiles. We'll drag a line with us. You're trying to invent a new way to get yourself stuck, aren't you, Capo? Alright, Morb got stuck. Can we please? Picked up poke shell. Okay. Poke shell. Did you just drop him? Oh my god. You had to stop and breathe, didn't you? He's now being wrangled again. Wait, so you've got 4 out of 8, you've got 8 out of 8, you've got 8 out of 8, 8 out of 8, 8 out of 8. These are all built. We're going to have critters, we're going to have hatch, and stone hatch, auto wrangle, what? No. Stone hatchling and hatchling, auto wrangle, everything. Okay, so we're going to put in hatch egg, stone hatch egg, stone hatch, stone hatch, stone hatch, and stone hatch. And the idea is... oh look, we have our very first baby hatchling. So the idea is this is just a... you really couldn't just put it in. Duplicates. The idea is this is just enough to maintain our existing population. Nothing more, nothing less. Meanwhile, this is a great spot to keep barbecue. A lot of barbecue. And convert it into food to feed our lovely duplicates. Because even with the number of duplicates we have, I'm pretty sure... maybe not quite yet. Maybe not quite yet. We can't go to pure meat yet, but close. Close. Alright, so that all those insulated tiles are done. The dupes are going to start building this wall in. We have plenty of stuff we can start sweeping. I might even consider sweeping out the mess hall first. Just to get the mess hall done. Because I wouldn't mind if they had some decor bonuses. That'd be nice. Wrong way. You were meant to face that way, obviously. Alright. I think he's physically standing here. Alright, let's do this again. So, you're smashing things. Can we snip that? Lit workspace. Lighting. Yeah, I think he's physically standing here. Even though he looks like he's over here, I think he's physically standing right here in the middle of the machine. So, we can deconstruct all of that. Fast, deconstruct that, and that, and that. Okay, done. Alright, so I think this is where we're going to call it for this episode. We got a decent amount done. We didn't get to material science. Of course we didn't get to material science. We will get to material science in the next episode. We're going to have to make some radiation. We're going to have to lock off our duplicates from ever going into this room again, because we're going to let a very, very grumpy pinch poach shell on the loose. If we set this storage container to level 8, this conveyor loader to level 9, we're going to ship all our polluted stuff in here, drop it in here. He's going to eat all of it. He's going to give us sand. Sand's going to go in the box. We can then take the sand out and move it elsewhere. Or you can just sit on the floor forever because it's behind a wall where no duplicate will ever go. So I think this is what we're going to call it. We got a lot done. A lot done. We just need to find more Dracos, which conveniently there's a few down here. There's also a few up here. Yeah, there's a Draco egg right there. A old Draco. One of you. 106, 76. This room might support 3 Dracos. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, we do want to get the Draco population up to about 8. 8 would be ideal. And we're just going to let them eat mealwood. So hopefully we get some glossy Dracos. Which means we also need to design a glossy Draco farm. Glossy Draclet farm. Draclet farm. Draco farm. Either way, we have things to do. And I'm going to call it here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. And as always, tell your mum JD said hi. That's it. We're out. Bye.